Hey everyone. Hey y'all. Hey. Listen, we have a big announcement. The Black Gold Texas Tea Show is officially moving to outer space. That's right. NASA just signed me as the first ever intergalactic podcast. And I'm so excited, I don't know what to do with myself. And if you believe that for even 1 second, or the fact that I'm sitting on this fabulous beach, then I hope you had a happy April Fool's Day. You got it. Today we're going to talk about April Fool's Day. And before I get started, I want to give a major shout out to my dear girlfriend because you know April Fool's Day is already something by itself. But my girlfriend, one of my dear girlfriends, and I met on April Fool's Day in Raleigh, North Carolina, and it's her birthday. So happy April Fool's birthday, friendversary, Deidre Chambers Young. You know who you are. I hope that you've had a fabulous birthday. But y'all know what? When I think about April Fool's Day, it's imperative to recognize that the exact origin of April Fool's Day is uncertain. There's several different theories about how it began, and one of the most common or most popular is associated with a change in the calendar, something as simple as that. Yep, back in 1582, France switched the Julian calendar to the Gregorian calendar as ordered by Pope Gregory the 13th. And that meant that, for the Julian calendar, New Year's was celebrated around April 1st. But the switch meant that New Year's would be moved to January 1st. And some people didn't know about it and might have been confused about it and didn't want to acknowledge the change and had their own attitudes about it. So they continued to celebrate New Year's on April 1st. And of course, that meant everybody else that moved to the new calendar mocked them and played pranks on them, calling them April Fools. Doesn't that make sense? Well, there's another festival called the Festival of Hilaria from ancient Rome. And the Romans had this festival called Hilaria, and they celebrated on the 25th of March, where people wore disguises and made fun of each other. It was a day of joy and laughter, similar to April Fool's traditions. So, it really is just a fun day if you think about it. Everybody that's celebrating is doing something that's a little bit foolish. In medieval Europe, there was what was called fool's errands. So in the Middle Ages, some European towns had traditions of sending people on these silly errands that led to nowhere. And these fool's errands may have also influenced April Fool's traditions. The British and the Dutch started an influence in 1686 where a British writer, John Aubrey, mentioned Fool's Holy Day on April 1st. And in the 18th century, England and Scotland had pranks that became a common tradition spreading the holiday. The Dutch also had a tradition on April 1st in 1572 when they tricked the Spanish by capturing a town unexpectedly. All kinds of crazy. I don't know. No disrespect. But what I will say is this. When considering modern April Fools, there's a whole lot of things going on. The media outlets, companies, and individuals all decided they want to play pranks on people. And some of the pranks can be kind of famous. For instance, back in 1957, the BBC convinced people to believe that it was called the spaghetti tree hoax. And they convinced people to believe that spaghetti grew in trees. Like, I'm wondering, had these people been drinking or something? Like, why would you believe that spaghetti grew in trees? It's pasta, for Pete's sake. Also, Google has become very infamous for their yearly pranks, whether it's fake products or job search features. They're going to put something out there to make you really think about what's going on for April Fools. April Fool's Day has a fascinating history and other global traditions that cause laughter around the world. Like, did you hear in 1996 that Taco Bell ran an ad claiming that they bought the Liberty Bell and they were going to rename it the Taco Liberty Bell. It's a big reach, I'm just saying. There are also different traditions in other different countries. For instance, in Scotland, we talked about the fact that, well, maybe I didn't tell you, April Fool in Scotland lasts 2 days. And the second day is called Taily Day. It's all about pranks involving the rear end or the backside. So they did things like pin fake tails on people's rear ends. Maybe they're calling them pin the tail on the donkey. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. In France, they had what was known as Poisson d'Avril, which means April fish, and their kids would stick paper fish on people's backs. I mean, at least it's just a fish. It's not a tail, and it's not a sign that says, kick me. I'm just saying. I know some people that did that too. And then in Spain and Latin America, and this one was a little different for me. I don't know how I feel about this one, but they had a similar prank day on December 28th called Dia de los Santos Inocentes. Dia de los Santos Inocentes. This is Day of the Holy Innocents. Now listen to this. The day, interestingly enough, is a Christian feast day that commemorates the biblical story of King Herod ordering the massacre of all male infants in Bethlehem in an attempt to kill baby Jesus. Now, this is in Matthew 2, 16 through 18. But I'm not sure why that's funny. I'm not sure why that's, I mean, it was pretty foolish of Herod. It was a bad move on his part. But I might need a little help from y'all to help me understand that connection to April Fool's Day. I don't get it. So if y'all know, help me out. Let me know. Anywho, pop culture also gets in on April Fool's Day as well. And so there are TV shows or brands that can go all out with fake announcements, like maybe you heard earlier, or fake marketing spoofs. And social media has also changed April Fool enough from everything from viral hoaxes to corporate marketing stunts and fact-checking challenges. Some of the old school pranks that I remember include, raising the toilet seat, putting down a layer of plastic wrap, and putting the toilet seat back down, and maybe even closing it. Because, someone's running into the bathroom, they're not looking for there to be a sealant there. So yeah, it can be kind of messy. It's funny to be outside listening. Might not be so funny for the person on the inside. I'm just saying. I also remember a prank where you put Vaseline or some type of oil on the doorknob and maybe stand outside the door and yell someone's name or say fire or something that's going to make them run real fast, try to get out the room, and they can't get out the room because first of all, they're freaked out that there's something on the doorknob and they can't open the door, so they're really freaked out. Yeah, they're never going to get it. And then one that I recently heard of is if you take the bar of soap that's in the shower and polish the whole bar of soap with clear nail polish. No matter how they try, it's never going to lather up, and they're going to be in there freaking out. I mean, listen, I know some of the stuff that I've mentioned may be they may be really, really, really corny, but y'all know I've been around for a long time, so they may not be that funny anymore. But I'd be really curious to hear from you. What are some of the funniest or maybe not so funny pranks that you've either done or that have been done to you or that you've borne witness to? So make sure that you send me some ideas about how you pranked or got pranked on April Fool's Day. Listen, at the end of the day, remember, it's supposed to be a day of fun and laughter. It's important to remember, though, that pranks can also have some not so funny side effects, some emotional side effects depending on the type of prank. So all I'm asking you to remember as you continue over the few years of your life, the next years of your life, as you celebrate April Fool's Day, just remember that it should be fun. Make sure that you laugh a lot, keep it kind, and listen. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. If it's not funny to you, it's probably not going to be funny to them either. So just kind of be mindful of that. Listen, I've had a whole lot of fun talking with you about April Fool's Day. Hopefully, I shared some information with you that might have been new, might have been funny, might have been weird. I know there was one or two in there that was a little different for me. But just know that I can't do this without you. So I'm going to ask, as always, that you like, share, and subscribe. Make sure that you're on board with the subscription to my podcast. And so that anytime that we drop new shows, you'll be one of the first to know about it. I love, hey, shout out to my dear friend JR too for letting me know that I'm popping up all over his dashboard. I love that. Thank you guys so much. I'd love to hear your feedback. You can follow me on all social platforms as BlackGold-TexasTee, remembering that it's all together, no spaces, no spaces. And Texas is TX and T is TEE. BlackGold-TexasTee on all social platforms. You can also, if you're looking at it on Yoo-hoo, I almost said Yoo-hoo. Happy April Fool's Yoo-hoo. Anyway, if you're looking at it on YouTube, you can also put some comments below and I'll be glad to respond to you. Looking forward to communicate with you. Listen, I can't do this without you. Thank you so much for your support. And remember, even as we go through these funny times, we are more alike than we are different. And the first day of your life, which is whenever you wake up and God has given you another day, that day is the first day of the rest of your life. Let the rest of your life be the best of your life. And until next time, God bless. No April Fools. Bye, y'all.